have another single stack to show you guys, and I am excited to do this. Welcome to the channel. My name is Heckshot, and thank you guys for watching. The Honor Defense from Honor Guard. I feel like a lot of people are interested in this gun, so we're going to bring you everything, and from the title, the good, the bad, and yes sir, the ugly. This gun actually has it all. So we're going to cover everything from out of the box to the range, pros and cons. And do not forget about y'all's free shipping code from SWVA Arms. The links are down below to all the companies that you guys get discounts with. We really like doing that for you guys. You guys get discounts, and the money that you guys save comes back to us on the channel. It is a win-win, and I really like doing it for you guys. So don't forget about that. Make sure you destroy the like button and become a subscriber, and thank you guys for everything. So let's go ahead and cover this. We have a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into it. Honor Defense, made in the USA, which is really awesome to see. Of course, you get a cardboard box. You're going to get your paperwork, lock, all that kind of stuff. You're going to get the gun in this foam padding, one 8-round magazine. All right, it's got the little extension on the bottom, and one 7-round magazine that's flush fit. All right, if these mags look familiar to you, they are. They look just like the M&P mags, and they do not work with the M&P though. I'll show you that here in a second, but they do not work with the M&P, but they look very, very similar to the M&P mags. You're also going to get a back strap. It does have a removable back strap. You got a little pin right there, so you can change the grip angle a little bit if you want to. And you get a fired case, which is not abnormal, but what is abnormal, they don't want you to reload it, of course, but it was like all bent. I don't know if they do that on purpose so you can't reload it. I surely hope it didn't come out of the gun like that, because that's not a good sign. But either way, let's go ahead and talk about this little guy. So like I said, this gun is new for 2016. I saw these at the end of last year, and I saw that they were going to be released sometime soon. Brand new for 2016. These are in 9mm only. You actually have a few different configurations of this gun. There's going to be a long slide version. You're going to have with or without the manual safety. This one is without. And then you also have the fist frame. And the fist frame, the frame of the gun actually sticks out past the end of the slide. And it's designed where if you stick it into somebody's chest, the slide can still move back and forth. A little bit gimmicky. I don't know that many people will want that one, but it is an option. As you can see, the gun looks very unique. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the features that make this gun unique. Basically what they did is, to me, it looks like they took a lot of different good ideas from other companies and combined them all into one. Front and rear slide serrations that actually wrap up on top of the gun. These are very, very nice press checks. Just racking the slide in general. Feels really good. They are cut deep into the frame. I really like it. It looks kind of like a custom gun, really. Beveled here in the front for holstering. No spot for a rail, not really needed on this size of gun. Rounded off trigger guard, undercut in the frame. Very slight finger grooves right there for your two fingers on this one. I can barely get my third one on here. Magazine button is serrated right there. And full-time ambidextrous controls, which is really nice. Very rare that a gun of this size has is fully ambi right out of the box. Take a look at the stippling on the grip. I have to admit, it feels amazing in your hand. It really does. I mean, it looks like a custom stipple job, and it just feels really good. Takedown lever, slide stop, no manual safety. It looks like it would be there, but it is not. Honor Guard right there in huge letters across the frame. You'll notice that you do have a ledge back here for one-handed manipulations, but it's snag free on this side. So pretty clever design there. I actually like that. You have an orange sticker dot in the front. It's not bad as far as picking up the sight picture, but it is a sticker. Just keep that in mind. I don't know if that will fall off eventually or what, but to this side, like I said, full-time ambidextrous controls, and we will go over the trigger after the shooting part of the review. Also, this one actually uses Glock 43 sights, so there already are sight options available for this gun, so that's a nice touch. and made 100% in the USA, which I really like. I believe it's Gainesville, Georgia. So I think that's where Iraq Veteran 88, I think that's where those guys are from. That's pretty cool. I think I may be wrong, but as far as the specs, 6.2 inches in overall length, 3.2 inch barrel. The width is 0.96 inches, so right under an inch thick, where you would expect it for most of these guns. The weight is 22 ounces unloaded, so one of the heaviest single stacks on the market. And the height with the 7-round magazine is 4.6 inches in overall height. Let me go ahead and grab a couple examples to show you where this gun actually fits. All right, so let me show you where this guy fits here really quick. It is basically the exact same size as the shield. So take a look at them right there. You can see basically the same exact size. Put them on their backs really quick. As far as height, almost identical. So you can tell they definitely, it's a little bit longer, but you can tell they were kind of going for that size compared to the PPS. Again, these guns are very, very, very close. PPS is a little bit shorter, but the PPS has a 6-round magazine. Keep that in mind. PPS is actually a little bit longer. And Glock 43 will show that one to you as well in case you're looking at these guns. 6-round magazine, of course. Glock 43 is a little bit smaller of a gun. As far as single stacks, they are all pretty close though. So let's go ahead and get these out of the way. We're going to do some shooting here in just a second, but let me show you guys the breakdown. This gun does have a removable chassis like the P320. You lock the slide to the rear, rotate your lever down, slide comes right off without pulling the trigger, so that is pretty nice. This is not a captive spring, and there is a ton of pressure on this thing, so you want to be careful when you pull it out. There's your guide rod. It is steel. You see your spring up there that is captive, and then that one that's not. And then here's your barrel. Looks very similar to guns that we've seen in the past. The striker block is a little bit different. It almost looks like a P320, to be honest with you, the way they have that set up. Putting this back together, you want to make sure that this, you cannot see the spring from the top. So basically you turn it like that, put that in there, point it in a safe direction because there's a lot of pressure on that spring. And it's going to be something like that. Like I said, this is a removable chassis, so basically you pull this out just like a P320. It is very similar. Rotate that out, and the chassis will come out. So I'm not going to pull it out right here, but you get the idea. You guys have seen that before. It's becoming pretty popular to actually do that. So I guess in the future you can switch to a fist frame or the long slide version, or whatever you want to do. Putting it back together, super simple. Notice your points of contact too there. Very robust little frame here. Slide it back. And there you go. So breaking it down is no problem at all. We went ahead and talked about the features and the specs. Let's go ahead and get to the shooting, and we will talk about pros and cons and the ugly with the Honor Guard. See you guys in a minute.
When it almost gets all the way out, it sticks. You have to wiggle it a little bit and then it resets.
Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Now this is where the part of the review starts to get a little hairy. Let me go ahead and show you the targets on the trigger and then we'll talk about it. Here's some of our shooting. We did 2 separate trips. I'll tell you why here in a second. But not too bad at all. You can see the group isn't terrible. You know, it is a smaller gun, so it is a little bit harder to shoot. There's one of my groups from 7 yards. Of course, the paper did rip a little bit there, so it looks better than what it was, but not too bad. Here's another one. Another group of mine. See, right there. So pretty good. Here's the 15-yard headshot test that we do. 3 hits. The rest of them were off the paper. I think I tried another mag as well. For a small gun, not terrible. You can see some inconsistencies with where we're hitting. This could be a training thing. We're not used to it. A little bit high there. So, I mean, you can see the gun is not a bad shooter. I mean, the Glock 43, I don't shoot that well either. There you go, a little bit high. And this is headshot, had the best group of them all, actually. Right there, that's actually really good. All right, so no malfunctions. Through about 400 rounds. We put quite a few rounds to this gun. Let me go ahead and show you what the trigger looks like here really quick, and then I'll show you the weight. No dingus or anything on the trigger. So you come to a very clean wall right here, and the trigger starts stacking up. And it breaks, and it's pretty heavy. Reset. Basically all the way out. Do it again. Stacking, and it's not that smooth. Reset. You hear the click. Now if you notice something there, that's where the trigger likes to stick when you're shooting. This is something you may have picked up on in the actual shooting part of the review. So basically, let's go ahead and show you the weight here really quick before we get into this. I'm in trigger gauge. 7.6 pounds. That is about what I've been getting the entire time. Let's do it again. 7.5 pounds. It's about what I've been getting. Like I said, one more time. 7.75. So, trigger is consistent in its pull as far as that. But basically what Honor Guard has done here is they've taken from every major manufacturer and combined it all into one gun, which is not a bad idea because the Shield, the Glock 43, the PPS, the SIG P320, these are all very popular guns. I wanted to show you the mags for the M&P. Look how similar these guys are. The only difference is where they lock up. All right. But other than that, they're very similar. But it will not click into the gun. So they're not going to work. But here's where it gets ugly. Like I said, the trigger would stick when you're shooting. whenever it will go to reset. I've had to do it a couple times whenever we don't have ammo in it, but most of the time it's when you have ammo in it, you start to get rolling, and the trigger doesn't want to reset. And we showed that plenty of times. You're probably going to be seeing it right now as well. So, you know, how they took from all these manufacturers made a pretty good looking gun, a good feeling gun, and the trigger doesn't reset. Now that's why we went out 2 times, because I wanted to make sure, you know, it's a brand new company, it's a brand new gun. Let's make sure this isn't a break-in issue. We're approaching 500 rounds. We're at 400. Okay, so we're 100 off. But still, 2 separate occasions, several magazines, and it's continuously doing this. Now, let me put a scenario out there. Let me be devil's advocate, and let's say somebody buys this gun. They don't go to the range and shoot it like you're supposed to. That's why we encourage, man, no matter who makes the gun, brand new gun, go out, put some rounds through it, make sure everything's functioning right. But let's say they don't. They carry this gun, and then God forbid, the chances are small, but they have to use it. They get 1 shot off and the trigger doesn't reset, and they're doing, you know, trying to fumble with it. That's a terrible thing that could very well happen. You know, the trigger isn't necessarily, I mean, it's heavy, but it's not terrible. You know, that's probably us, you know, pulling the trigger. But it was very inconsistent as well as far as where our hits were. Sometimes we'd have really good groups and sometimes not so much. The sights, there wasn't anything really wrong with that. But the trigger is just kind of a little bit scary. Now, we have not contacted Honor Guard because I wanted to make sure that, hey, this like I said, wasn't a break-in kind of issue. But we're going to contact them. We're going to update you guys, and whatever they say, we will get back with you guys. But from what I'm seeing, I would not recommend this gun as far as carrying. I would not recommend as far as buying right now. But I will. Like I said, you guys know me. If you've been watching the channel, you know I'm objective. You know I don't typically say a whole lot of negative, but I will talk about some of the things that I see wrong with every pistol we've ever done, because we do pros and cons. Let's go ahead and get into that now. There are a lot of good things with this gun. Amazing feel in the hand. This gun feels absolutely incredible, and you don't have to go stippling the grip. Slide serrations were great. They're cut deep. I really like that they wrap around the top. That is a nice touch. Full ambidextrous controls for you left-handed shooters. I'm sure you can appreciate that. The price, $397. That is not a bad price out the gate whatsoever. Reliable so far. Made in the USA. It offers a lot in a very small package, and it uses Glock 43 sights. A lot of good things with this gun. The cons, though, is the trigger. The trigger is a huge con. That is a huge deal. You know, that's the heart of your gun. You're shooting the gun and it doesn't reset. That is crap. That is not good. A 2-year warranty, which in most cases from most manufacturers, established manufacturers, that's not a bad thing. But from an unknown manufacturer, 2-year warranty, I don't know about that. The mags were hard to load. I did not get that on camera. I think maybe I did. I don't know. But once you get down to the 5th or 6th mag or round, or sometimes it was actually the 5th round is what I was noticing, it acted like it didn't want to go down any further. I'd take the Uplula magazine loader and press down on that thing really hard, and then it would load. The lettering for on this gun is way too big. I know a lot of people are going to complain about that. Not a huge deal, just a aesthetic thing, but it was hard to shoot as well. It was kind of hard to consistently shoot this gun well. Of course, we're not used to it, so that is one thing to consider as well. But I feel I can pick the shield up and outshoot this gun, or the PPS even, and outshoot this gun any day. So in conclusion right now, I don't have enough information to go off of. We're going to contact them. We're going to see what they say. I assume they're going to take care of us, but I don't know that. We'll do an update. We'll send the gun off. We'll get it back, hopefully, within a reasonable amount of time. But right now, they've done some good things with this gun, and they have one really ugly problem, at least with this one example. I would wait to see what other testers and reviewers are saying about this gun, but this one example, the trigger is a dangerous part of this gun right now. There's no question about it. Maybe it's just this one example, maybe not, I don't know. But I don't have enough to go off of. We're gonna hopefully send it back, get it out, and revisit this gun and give you guys an update. I cannot sell this gun and get my money back out of it. Morally and consciously, I just cannot sell this to somebody knowing that it doesn't reset like it should. So like I said, I feel like they've done some good things, but some of these things not so much. So I would not suggest this gun right now. But of course, we will let you guys know what we find out in the future, what they're going to do. Important lesson learned here. Make sure if you buy a new gun, especially for concealed carry, that you go out and shoot it first. Put some rounds to it, 100, 200, 300, 400, and make sure that thing's going to work before you actually carry it on you. All right? So that's what we have right now on the brand new Honor Guard. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow the channel, follow us on Facebook, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.